7:07, so I should probably go ahead and just do this. That's right.
He's trying to find out when we can watch this. Because it'd be really nice to see the comments. You think that's easier to see than on my phone?
Yeah. Rachel's 22 minutes ago.
Well, I guess it's time for her. You want to get started? Yeah. She's doing a pretty good job, right? Wait, just almost. Oh, there's a lag. Also, there's going to be a lag between our phone and that screen.
That's okay. Not my vote.
Hey guys, Alton and Alton Elizabeth, QQ on the air. Well, it's not really air. Oh, and I got to turn down the sound. So we have our computer going here also, even though, look at it.
It's
See,
very
you can look at me
trippy.
do one thing. You can like, there's my hand there, and then wait for it. Wait. And now it's over there. That's pretty cool.
That's very tricky.
So this is so that we can watch your comments better. So we've actually got the computer standing by here, but you can see me here and here and here all doing the same thing at once. That's kind of trippy because we're having all kinds of phone things. Anyway, we're not gonna cook.
No, my assistant, the lovely Miss Rachel, is going to show up with Takeout.
Is there really that bright of a spot in the middle of my head? Is that how I really look? Because on the other phone I don't. This is my phone. I don't like the way my phone. I need powder. Where's the makeup?
Do I have the same problem?
Not as bad because your forehead's not pointy. See, I look like I look because I have a pointy forehead.
I'm having a really hard time because I can look at the big
Well,
picture.
don't here. I'll
And
tell you what I'll
I'm
do.
seeing
I'll tell you-
slim- no, it's
tell you-
fine.
I
It's
can
fine.
put
It's
up another picture over there so that we can just see the comments. See, yes, you look marvelous. Thank you. Yes, it is a sunspot. Your phone doesn't do that. So usually we use Elizabeth's phone, but because I had to change the password on my, it's like a
It's-
good
it's
3 second delay.
At least.
It's like back in the old radio days when in case somebody
like,
said,
ugh.
wait, my hand will come up right there. Fascinating. So yes, I have a giant, I'm just gonna wear a hat.
Maybe I'll get one too. Can you bring me one? I don't know.
hat for you?
Just get a hat. Any hat. Any old hat will do. We are, is that mine or yours?
This is your hat.
Oh, my hat. Okay. I thought that was.
It's made to hold your bun.
No, it just sits on top of my head. I'm not kind of into that. If I'm wearing a hat, then I'm gonna do something different here. That's gonna be your tour look. So speaking of tour, so we're not cooking tonight. We are going to have a beverage. And Miss, you look like Shmee.
Reservoir End.
Oh, gross.
Maybe I won't.
Tip. That's what they call it.
How about this one?
That's better.
How about this? Is that good?
That's definitely better.
This is my kind of rakish hat. I took my scarf out, but I still have my jacket on. So here's the deal. We are in the absolute throes of getting ready to leave on tour. Of course, Alton Brown Live Beyond the Eats launches on 13th
13th
in Minneapolis. So we are what's called teching the show in Minneapolis, which means that we've gotten all the bits and pieces, but we've never put them all together on a stage at one time and actually run the damn thing. And so we go up to Minneapolis and we do that and hopefully get it ready for the people that have paid money to see that. Oh, I do want to share. Speaking of the tour show, and hopefully for those of you who are interested in coming, go to altonbrownlive.com. We're playing damn near everywhere between now and the end of November, and then we'll be going back out on the road. If in case we don't hit your town, we'll be doing another leg in February, late February, March, April of next year, 2022, and then we'll be going out again in the fall of 22, probably, unless everybody hates us and the show sucks or somebody kills somebody. She might kill me. What? I love turning my head and then turning there to see me turn my head twice more. That's fascinating. I do want to say that a lot of you know about the fact that we have, I'm opening my email over here so I can multitask. We have put up a quiz in order to get folks ready for an on-stage thing that we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing something pretty special in this show that we've never done before. And so I put out a quiz, which you can also take if you haven't already by going to Alton Brown Live, hitting Take the Quiz. Does it say Take the Quiz? I think it says Take the Quiz. And then you can check your food knowledge. Wait, somebody asked a question. Hold on, question. Why do you want to go on tour? Well, we've done it before. This will be my third live stage show. The Edible Inevitable tour went out 5 different legs in 2013 to 2015, and then Eat Your Science went out 2016, 17, 18. So this is the new show, Beyond the Eats. You can interpret that however you want. So as of today, this is for those of you who are interested in. My love, what are you doing? You've been gone. You disappeared.
Well, that's fine. I was getting water. You want some water?
I would love some water, and then I want a martini. Anyway, 46,330 of you have taken the test, the quiz. It's just a quiz, not a test. There have been 19 perfect scores. 19 perfect scores out of 46,330. It's a tough quiz. So anyway, thanks for taking it. If you haven't taken it yet, please do, because we are going to be calling people on stage based on the registrations and the quiz scores for each city. So get on that when you can. Okay. To drinking. What are you going to have, ma'am? Glass of wine? I'm really thirsty. I can. It's very up on the top shelf. I can get one.
Wasn't there another one that was?
I'm going to go get a wine glass.
No, let me go do that.
You can't reach it.
Yeah, we have. But where's the one I drank? It's like I don't live in this house. Thank you.
Gift from the Majumdars, from Simon Majumdar and his wife Sybil. It's a very fine glass. That's why I put it up so high. I'm sorry if I put it out of reach. I'm not going to wear that scarf anymore because it's hot in here.
All right, so the Quizlet, 19 people.
19 people out of 46,300 and something. Are you making my martini for me?
Yes.
Well, I can do that, and you
I know you
can have your wine.
I also can, so I will.
You're spicy with me. Why are you spicy?
You do.
I'm not. I'm done. I needed to do the tour thing. I'm done now. I'm complete. I'm going to be quiet. I have what?
We have a lot to talk about regarding the tour.
Well, why don't you talk about something?
I don't have anything to say about it.
Well, you drink your wine then.
I'm very much in the dark.
What do you?
About the tour.
You're in the dark about the tour. You feel in the dark.
Yes.
Well, what do you want to know?
Well,
and I will fill you.
Hello.
God damn it, it's hot. No wonder I'm. Ugh! I'm turning up the air conditioning. I didn't realize you felt.
Maybe down the music.
Okay.
It's a little loud. As much as we love our Takeout Post Radio, which I do. Which we do. I'm looking for my wine too, which... Anyway. So the tour is comprised of many parts.
What?
The tour is combined... Can we turn on... Did you down...
I did. I'll turn it
Is that
off.
really loud?
Love that.
It's really loud. The tour, I'm sure more, you've all seen it. I saw one of them, but I'm guessing probably a lot of you have seen it. Thank you so much. A couple of times. Am I right about that? So it's a lot of different acts. I'm so confused by this computer thing.
We can just close it.
No, it's
Or
fine.
put
No,
it-
I like
can open-
seeing the comments.
Well, I can put a window over to us.
No, it's fine. I'll get used to it.
See, there's a pickle on this side. It's gone, and now it's over there. It's a magic trick.
Kind of messing with me right now. Canada, someone mentioned we are going to Canada in the spring, right?
Going to Canada in the spring because the winter is just no time. We're having to work out a lot of business and legal things to come to Canada. So, but we are. Do I have some on my shirt? It's not like a dried booger, is it?
I don't think so.
I'm out
Saving it?
of booger. I've said so much worse. Excuse me. I have burpsies.
Okay, so
I'm drinking this this gin tonight, Four Pillars Olive Branch gin, because I'm out of 24 Beefeater 24.
through it all. Questions about the tour?
Anything
No,
if you
I
guys
don't
want
know.
to know.
So what it is all that it's this show that's comprised of lots of different parts, and you guys have mostly all seen it, I think. What's up with the grill hood? Well, it's been there for a year and a half.
That's a big paper pig.
It's a big paper pig.
These are pieces of art that Elizabeth did for me. These are her paintings that she did for various birthdays. This is what her painting looks like. Okay. And then that's a giant paper pig, and those are Sea Dog Scavengale magnets. And that's
Which are still available.
Which are still available on our shop, by the way.
I think they are.
Yes, I think they are too. My vermouth tonight.
Looking for Rachel, but she's gonna text us when she's imminent. So Rachel, my assistant, is bringing us food from a restaurant that just opened.
Two different vermouths. She's a restaurant that Eater Atlanta tweeted about tonight, and I retweeted it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, they tweeted a thing about Guy Wong. I'm sorry I forgot to mention that to you because you're not on the Twitters.
I mean, I am, but I'm not really.
Elizabeth did his restaurant, one of his restaurants called Ruby Chow's here in Atlanta, and then Big Boss, which is a completely different experience. And so we're going to be eating takeout tonight because we don't have time to freaking cook. And in fact, we barely have any ingredients because we're throwing everything away because we're going on tour. I am, however, going to put on an apron because I just feel better when I'm wearing one.
That's true.
I feel a little more calm.
Do you? Does that calm you down? I don't know what makes me calm down. I know.
You're a little.
I know, and I know I've been like that. I'm sorry.
You don't have to be sorry. I'm not asking you to be in a particular way. You don't do that to me.
They commented on it.
Who did?
Them.
Them? You mean the interwebs them?
Yeah, it was them.
I like two different vermouths. I like, this is a pretty fine vermouth. It's a little sweeter. It is a Bordiga Vermouth Bianco, and then I'm going to balance that with a little of the dry Dolan. And I like I'm going for almost a 2-to-1 ratio of bourbon to gin here, which lets me drink more without having issues.
To see my hair down and bushy because I was having issues with mine. Anyway, I'm assuming most of you have seen the tour. A lot of you seen the tour. Anyone?
A few.
I had to take my hair down because my hair thingy just like weird. So I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, it's a lot of different components and parts of a tiny bit of when I'm in. Thank you. And then there's a whole of the rest of it. I'm not, which is fine. It's just that I'm not. I don't I'm going to be just as surprised.
You're involved in you're on stage a lot, and not good.
No, it's just I don't know. It's good.
You know, it gets here when it gets here. I don't care. We've got 2 hats.
What are you talking about?
2 drinks, and
When
these
what
people, I
gets
thought
here?
you were looking at it for seeing when the food was going to be here.
No,
I'm sorry.
I'm just. If she texts me, I don't want to like leave her hanging.
It's a variety show. It's a culinary variety show.
Yes, but
There's
it's
comedy,
got a lot of different
there's
components
music,
and lots
there's
of different
demos, there's some
little
things
of it, right.
that we can't talk about, or that I refuse to talk about because I think they're surprises. People do know,
Great.
because there's been a quiz, that there's going to be something on stage that might require knowledge. That's only the beginning. And even though, of course, we're having to be extraordinarily respectful of the various COVID's things that are going on, we are going to be able to have people up on stage because we've worked all that out, and we're going to have a lot of fun. And then there's music.
Am
We're
I
gonna play music.
allowed to talk about the fact that this is a weird time in the country in general, as it has been since we've been with you fine people? And
That's why we're here.
What you've been surprised about a little bit, and I think I have too, and like a lot of us thought, oh, here we go, and now we're all going to be back to normal, and then not only are we not able to be quite back to normal, getting better that way, but you've had some people be spicy with you, Alton, about not being able to join us because
There are theaters in certain I'm sorry, did I interrupt you? There are theaters along the trail that some are requiring vaccinations and proof of that, or negative tests, and we have to play by whatever rules of the theater that we're in. We don't get to make
But actually, some theaters where we have to get tested in the parking lot.
we have to get tested before they'll let us in the building.
But the studio audience, the audience, whatever, does not have to get tested. So, we actually have more stringent.
Yeah. We have extraordinarily stringent rules on us.
Placed on us by the theaters, etc.
So
It's kind of all over the place. But
for those of you who have thought that we were making some kind of political statement, we're not. We're just business people going on the road playing by the rules of the theaters that we're in. And some theaters in certain municipalities, New York City, Chicago, a few others, are real freaking serious about this, and we're going to play by their rules, and I hope everybody else will too. So that's all.
comments. But it's been interesting that how people have gotten angry about it.
There have been some people that not only got angry, they returned their tickets and unsubscribed to this program and unfollowed me on social media. And you know what? Okay, I'm sorry. Not me. It's not me. I didn't do it. I'm just living, trying to, put on a show, try to get back out there on the road. So if you're angry, that's fine. But please try not to be angry directly at me, because honest to gosh, I didn't make the rules. A lot of people think, it's like when people got really mad at me when Good Eats got moved to Discovery Plus. They're like, you selfish, greedy bastard. I'm like, they just told me about it about 10 minutes ago. So yeah, very often the little guy doesn't have as much power as you think.
Yeah. But
Good riddance? Good riddance to who? Oh, their loss. Oh, yeah, well, I was not asked what I thought of that, and it wasn't a decision that legally or business-wise anybody actually did need to ask me. So
there's the question about
there you
selfies
go.
and VIP stuff and all this other stuff.
where's that? Where was there a question?
Well,
Because
someone
I
asked
do want
about the
to.
selfie thing in front of the theater, which may have been the VIP thing around.
Where can you point to?
It's
Okay, well, if you see something like that, I'd love to. Oh, I was in your gaze. I still have your selfie in front of you. Oh, yes, we do typically take selfies in front of the audience and post it on social. We're still going to do that. Absolutely, we're still going to do that. I would take a selfie with the audience behind me.
And
then I would post
okay,
that
I thought you meant like...
on Twitter, and then we'd put the Twitter feed up on the screen, and people would cheer because there they are.
No, I got that then. Okay,
So,
I thought
that's
it was
pretty
people
cool.
because the VIP thing is a little different.
Yes,
Maybe.
there are VIP events, and if you were lucky enough to get a VIP ticket, and a lot of you people, a lot of QQ fans, I believe, because we announced it here first, snatched up some of those tickets. If Our little feed stopped. I don't know how to make that happen again.
Hit the green. I mean the blue.
Oh, hit that. I would personally, and I think Elizabeth would probably like to know this too, we'd like to know how many people are watching now actually have VIP tickets to the show. So if you do, please make a comment, because even if we miss it.
The Caroline?
Carolyn? The Carolyn? The Carolyn that I ripped a hole in that night? What was it that I did? It was so horrible, and I apologized for weeks. What is it I said to her? I jumped on her about something. About what, though? It was something. It was something. I was terrible.
Yeah.
Is that really you,
Yeah,
Carolyn?
she's coming.
Carolyn, if it's you, if it's the Carolyn that I.
It's Caroline.
Caroline? It's Carolyn now. If it's you, Caroline, tell us that it's you, and tell us what city where you're a VIP, so that we can like bring you some kind of special gift. Because, stupid Pittsburgh gave VIP to the money people.
I don't understand what that means. I'm thinking through
Who are
what
the
that
money
might
people?
mean.
I have to go flip the record.
Oh,
I'll be
we're
right
doing
back.
records. Okay. So,
show off what we're listening to.
Caroline, you're famous. Is it Caroline or Carolyn? I mean, it's pronounced Caroline. Yay, Boston. I'm so excited about that. And I'm all right. I apologize to anyone who's in Chicago, which is like our 4th show is a weekend show in Chicago, and it's a double. So like, I'm going to be like, what? Deer in the headlights, I think. Because we have 3 days in Minneapolis so we are like, this week is insanity, running around like literally like crazy people, because not that maybe you don't care, but I have 4 restaurants and another job in New York and a residential apartment. I mean, blah, blah, blah. And then packing and all this stuff and insanity. And so does he. So we're just going to like get on the bus and sit down. And then we get off the bus like 20 hours later in Minneapolis. And then that's the first time I will have, well, I've been backstage before and other things, but not like with myself getting on stage. And then that's the first time I'm going to see the show. And then 72 hours later,
5, 6, 7, 8.
we actually perform. So maybe
We open in Minnie. The next night we play in Green Bay. The next night we play in Milwaukee. The next day a matinee and a night show in Chicago. Then Pittsburgh. Then Rochester. Then we get a day off.
And I hear the other day, because he's just like just now being able to focus like on the schedule, and I hear from the other room, holy shit, you've really been thrown into
I didn't say holy. You're making up. First off, I want to say that we're listening to the fabulous Barney Willen's new album, Blue Note Blue.
Okay. First of all, I want. What do I want for an anniversary? Oh, I already got anniversary. I want Joe Morgan, the 7 album set that Joe Morgan that was just released from.
I want that very, very badly. Maybe we'll get that and listen to it on the bus. It's just tough to have a turntable going on the bus because it's either. So I just want to. I didn't yell from the other room, "Holy shit!" We were actually sitting calmly with each other, and I said, "Sweetheart, you're being thrown." I didn't say into the flaming bushes. I said into the. You're being thrown
belly
into.
Of the beast, kind of, right?
Yeah, it's true. Your first time on stage, and it's going to be.
Not that I'm not a natural show person, learning an instrument, playing an instrument that I just learned this year and a half. But hey.
Let's answer some more questions. Any chance of Western Canadian, not Vancouver? We're trying to work out an entire Canadian mini tour next year. There's a lot of legal stuff going on, which I don't know. Detroit will be. We're going to play the Fabulous Fox. Is it not on the list already?
I haven't seen it, and I've had a couple people ask. And because I've never been, our favorite collective painting is in Detroit, and
yeah, it's that Sergeant,
we were
right?
looking to
Nocturne in something or other. It's Whistler. That's what I'm going to say. I confuse them sometimes. Okay, well, I'm going to go look this up. Alton Brown Live. Are you sure that Detroit's not already on the?
I haven't seen it.
On the schedule for it may have to be on the third leg. Yeah, Detroit, March 20th, 2020, at the Fabulous Fox Theater, Detroit.
Rachel's here, everyone.
Well, she can't be on this show unless she signs a waiver.
You're not. I'll come back get it.
She has to sign a waiver. She's charming, but we've never had a guest on the show other than Scabs, who's sleeping on my raincoat. Anyway, we will be in Detroit. We'll be in Cleveland right before that at the fabulous Playhouse Square. Detroit at the Fox, which is one of the best theaters in the world. I adore Detroit. Then we'll be in Grand Rapids, Dayton, Peoria, which actually Peoria Civic Center is really nice. Ames, Kansas City, Tulsa. Anyway, that's what's going on there. And we would appreciate anybody that, you want to come. That would be fantastic. How's the dishwasher? Our dishwasher doesn't work. We don't have a functioning dishwasher. If you're really interested, here it is. Yep, that's it. It hasn't worked in over a year. Just sits here, taking up space, taking up space, taking up space. Anyway, that was kind of a little bit fun. And I know some of you follow me on Twitter saw my little, I wasn't ranting, going on a Jeff Bezos rant today. I was just simply sharing a photograph of what Amazon sent today. So Elizabeth had ordered several things for the tour, and several things were packed in a large box, and she wanted to get me this particular brand of Bloody Mary mix that I really like. That's hard to find. And they put them in very, very thin, the little bitty bubble wrap, and threw them in the box with all the other stuff so that when one of the bottles exploded, it of course all over everything else. But I didn't rant. I just shared a picture because I thought it looked like a set from Dexter. And that's how that went. So looking at the, turn off the circuit breaker for 30 minutes, half the time finishes the box. I actually have tried that. Somebody got in touch with me with that suggestion about 8 months ago, and we gave it a try, and that didn't work. So help me if he kills William Shatner. I think we're all concerned about that. I haven't spoken to Bill lately. Used to talk to him a couple times a year. Now Bill's in astronaut training. He'll be the oldest man human ever to gone into space. He's 90, and there's the Big
you.
Boss. Is that mine? Big Boss Lives. Mm-hmm. Lovely, very good restaurant. I'm looking forward to the food. We're gonna eat the food now. And so I hope that Jeff Bezos doesn't kill Bill Shatner. But you know what? If he dies in space at 90,
Well, how apropos would that be?
I mean, is that really the worst thing that could happen? I mean, I don't want him to die. Don't get me wrong. These are great shirts. And you and the same gentleman who designed my website. So that's pretty cool. And the tour poster. I want to see what's on why don't I have that art?
I don't know.
I want that.
Well, then what's a small?
Well, why don't I get?
Well, I didn't know.
So they don't make pinks and large because that's a girl's shirt.
It doesn't. This looks like a guy's shirt to me.
Well,
Size-wise.
I like
there.
the bunny and I can't wear this. It's a small.
It'll be a belly shirt.
I don't wear belly shirts. I'm not going to do that. Just tell him I want a pink shirt or I'm not
Okay.
pushing his restaurant. Except that the food's really good. So how many kills Bill Shatner? Yes, so I agree on that. Thank you again for the thing about the circuit breaker. We'll try it again. I've done it 3 times. Circuit breaker on the washer. People are still concerned about that. They do need V-necks. You know, it's funny. I love V-necks. I'm not a really big fan. Can I turn this around while you take your clothes off?
No.
Why not? You walked around the office the other day in your bra. I don't see what's the big deal here, just because it's, thousands of people on. I wish I had that view more often. I've been good. You don't have to dress so quickly. I don't think chickens eat noodles.
What washer?
The dishwasher that doesn't work, the Bosch. And somebody said that turning off the circuit breaker and turning it back on usually fixes them, but I have tried that before. So anyway, I don't know. I've got all kinds of drainage issues. Hey, Alton, how are you doing? Looking snazzy. Thanks very much. It's because this camera has phone has a shitty camera, which puts this big hot spot on my head, and I don't have any powder or makeup here. Look at all the hot spots on my head. So that's why we're wearing large fedoras in winter. Actually, it's not a fedora, that is. A better death of Kirk than Star Trek Generations. No shit, that's true. You look like, I don't know what that means. I'm not gonna look at that. That's mean, so I'm not gonna look at that. We're gonna get the fit. Looks great, Elizabeth, somebody said. Love hats, Indiana Jones hats.
What's mean?
That's something that went by. It wasn't about you, it was about me. What are we having for takeout? So here's the Big Boss takeout for the night. We're gonna have the steamed dumplings. This is a classic takeout joint. It's just opened in Atlanta that Elizabeth designed.
ordered food. Wow.
So you just ordered food. What?
And
Well, I don't mean you designed the food. You designed the. What is this?
This
It's something
is-
shrimp.
I think it's broccoli shrimp.
Broccoli shrimp. Okay, that looks good. I'll eat that.
Oh my god, it smells so good.
Smells fantastic.
Yeah, that.
No, I'll wait. I'm gonna be good. No, I'm gonna be good. It is food. This is the first time that we've done takeout on this show. And by the way, can anybody tell me how many episodes of this there have been? Has anybody counted? Because I was trying to figure out today how many QQs there had been or quarantine kitchens back in the day, and I have absolutely no idea.
This is Kung Pao, I'm guessing.
Kung Pao, I'll say. And this is rice. By the way, I consider getting a lot of rice from Chinese takeout to be an absolute gift from God, because if I have a container of this stuff left over, I can make 15. That's a tough lid to get off, though. Wow, we gotta talk to them about their lids.
Does it come with a crowbar?
This is like gold. It's terribly overexposed. I don't like this camera on this phone at all. Here. This stuff is like gold. Well cooked, long grain. That can become an omelet. That can become so many different. Ooh, shrimp fried rice. And they had lo mein tonight. There's the lo mein. We're gonna do like kind of a loving little pan, pan with a twist across the lo mein, so I'm out of the light. There's the nuttly shrimp, and there's the dumplings. Kung Pao, and now we do the fly across.
I think he sent us like all the food. There's a lot more rice there.
Good. That's been in the car for half an hour, and it's still hot as a fucking jet engine. Oh, crab rangoons, yeah, baby, crab. And cream cheese, you can't beat that. So that's what we're doing tonight. What are you guys eating tonight? They can't send photos through this, I guess. Wait, what was it? Okay. Alton, how much was it, Alton? How much was it? You mean, how much was the food? I don't know. How much was the food?
First of all, this is all we're going to eat the next few days, and we share it with
My
our
God.
people.
There's more food here than actual Chinese buffets.
Well, I think he sent us all the food.
They did send us all.
Because we
the food.
didn't
That was
order
very
this.
Nice. Ooh, is that their sesame chicken?
No, I think this is. No, that's a sesame. You're right. That's sesame chicken.
That's the sauce for the chicken.
I think he just sent us.
And this is I don't know, but this is like all the food.
Yeah.
Did they know that we were going to do this during
Yeah, they did.
during QQ? Oh, all right. Well, should we be drinking beer with this instead?
Have beer?
We do.
have beer?
Yeah, we have beer downstairs. You want a beer? Yeah. I'm gonna have another.
Okay. Well,
I'm gonna treat my sesame chicken like an hors d'oeuvre.
sesame chicken, Mongolian chicken, Kung Pao, General Tso's chicken.
General So. Okay, that's over there.
You happy? How many plates or bowls?
I'll just graze right where I am.
Scabs is sad because Franny's with grandma. Yeah. Franny, Scabs always gets sad when Franny's with grandma. What?
That's true. So now, that was the part on QQ where Elizabeth takes a work call. Go ahead. I'll entertain the kids. That's a freaking political junk call from Portland, Oregon. You come all the time.
No, it's probably the hotel we booked at Raymond the other day. It may be Jake's. It may be the restaurant. For Thanksgiving, because we're going to be in Portland, Oregon for Thanksgiving.
We'll be in Portland, Oregon. Uh-oh.
Low battery. Low battery.
Okay, hold on.
Low battery. I know. I agree. This is a lot of food, and this is part of it is we won't. Well, I worked really hard to make his restaurant happen, so he's being very generous. Guy, thank you very much. But yeah, I mean, there are times where we will be at a restaurant, and all of a sudden, here comes the food because they want to share with us, and it's like. We can't begin to eat all that they sent us. Oh, He's remedying the battery situation.
I don't have the plug that would go into the... We're gonna have to move the...
We have to move the camera. We're just a complete nightmare tonight. I know. Sorry. It's just, this is reality.
This is where the outlet is. What am I supposed to freaking do now? There's a plug that would let me plug this into the computer, but I can't find it. God damn it, why do there have to be so many versions of USB? And why can't I get money back for the amount of times in my life that I've wasted looking for the right USB? Look at all this. This is what I carry every day. This is what I carry every day. This is what I carry every day.
With your
And
snot.
what?
With your,
Well,
that's not part of it. That's not part of it. All right.
oh, wait.
Ah. Solution.
I think, yeah, wait. This USB can go into the other USB, and that'll let us go right back where we were, I think, and I can have another martini. Did I break something? That's okay. We can quit out of that.
There we go.
There we go.
All right. Now.
Modern life. Well, I remember when we didn't have no computers.
Yeah, it's tricky. Okay.
I'm gonna have another drink. Hey, let me ask something. If this is duck sauce, why's it got a fucking panda on it? That's what I want to know, because if this came out of a panda, I want somebody to explain which orifice. How is this got anything to do with a panda? It says duck sauce. Does that look like a duck? Quack? Does it go quack? Look like a duck? Doesn't look like a
Where I'm
duck.
from. Why is it
And
called
then-
why is it called duck sauce?
Because it
Ooh,
goes
look
on
at the white
ducks.
rabbit.
They gave us the white rabbit candy. We like that. Follow the white rabbit. Neo.
Makes you not. When is that? When is
I don't know. Is the new Matrix movie that's out? It's at Christmas time, isn't it? I think it's Christmas time.
something to look forward to?
I can't talk about movies right now.
I know. You're verklempt already.
I don't want to
without
talk
even
about it because
knowing.
if I'm right, I don't want to blow it for people. But I have terrible feelings.
He has a theory involving the new
So
book.
look,
I can't tell you anyway.
Hans Zimmer, the composer,
Who doesn't change up his
is essentially a blunt instrument who borrows his own themes and especially his orchestrations very flagrantly. And I have a theory because, of course, I bought.
This has been the topic of conversation in the house for the last week. I may not be wrong. But you're not going to tell you what it is. When it comes. I'm just eating.
I bought this soundtrack because James Bond is my father. I was born in 1962, the year that Dr. No came out. And the last track before the No Time to Die Billie Eilish song, which sucks, is called Final Ascent. And I'm worried about it because the orchestration and the instrumentation that is used. I'm not. No. I'm done. I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm gonna stand here and I'm gonna hand up.
Well, you were saying that you thought like you weren't going to see another one anyway. So
No,
like,
I don't. If I'm right, I will have ruined this. This is my last Bond, anyway, because
That's
I
what I'm
finally
saying.
got the Bond I wanted, which was a deeply damaged, psychotic killer. Oh, I got it. I got Daniel Craig. I'm
How
happy
is
now.
it psychotic?
I got. All right, not psychotic, sociopathic. Sociopathic.
Bounty.
There's that whole killing people for a living
Well,
thing.
yeah, but that has been Bond since the beginning. Anyway,
Yeah, but yeah, he's always been a sociopath.
well,
Except the Roger Moore years when he was just a clown. I didn't like those years. Except Live and Let Die.
so we had a conversation this weekend. Did we talk
That
about it?
shrimp is perfectly cooked. Kai Wong, big boss, get the shrimp. And that was even in a car for half an hour. I'm sorry, what was the conversation? So I want to make sure I know what we're talking about before we talk about it, in case it's something we shouldn't talk about. Because you do that sometimes. Remember that rash? You know.
The one that's that about Bond and women. Oh, Scab is getting some Chinese. She's not so sure about it.
There is no
It's the
question.
Mongolian.
Do we really want to go down this? Look at this. The rice isn't even sticky. It's like real rice. I want to save this for butter rice.
Butter rice.
We can talk about this if you want to talk about it. It's perfectly valid because we're talking about a character that I grew up with throughout the arc of my entire life.
Right. So you.
Especially important when my father died when I was 10. And
I get that.
we're looking for
understand
pop
that completely.
culture.
Yeah, I'm not like so. No person's going to besmirch or judge anyone for loving someone.
Love?
He holds an important place in your
The Bond character.
the pantheon of
Yes.
your important people. And you said he's basically, like you said, you just said he's your father. What? The Rangoon? Like the Rangoon dance?
Big Boss, downtown Atlanta. You want some of this shit right here. And no, I don't own part of the restaurant. Although,
You might think so. Big Boss. They probably can't if you live anywhere.
where they have a
in Atlanta.
sauce that is expressed from the anal glands of pandas. Go ahead. This is worth. This is a valid cultural conversation.
Puff Puff.
And you don't need me to tell you that.
You guys show for the blanket? Is that why you show up?
Puff is at the cleaners.
He's the cleaner for getting ready for the trip.
Puff, Mr. Puff, because he's going to be on the bus, had to be cleaned because Puff was.
Are you just here for Mr. Puff? Because now we know.
Puff had been ridden rough.
Thank you, Lee Arnold. 65 episodes of QQ.
That's
including
it?
Tonight.
65? I thought there were at least 100. God damn it, we've got to get on the ball.
That's like how many
This lo mein
seasons?
is
That's like
excellent.
6 seasons, as you said, of TV.
You know, in TV, nobody knows anymore. Nobody actually works in seasons. They just make those numbers up now.
Okay. Well, anywhere from 6 to 10 seems to be a season.
Some show will come on Food Network, and like 6 months later, like, we're in season 15! Yeah, because they only ordered them 4 at a time.
We didn't get honey walnut because you didn't have it, but anyway.
What?
Mr. Francis, yeah, he's going on tour with us, Mr. Francis is, and he's at my grandma's right now.
Francis is doing grandmom duty right now.
All right, so Bond. So I have to admit, as much as I like the kitschiness of Bond, I'm not like always down for the Bond movie because it just gets a little old sometimes with the women thing.
We'll talk specifically about the women thing. You're talking about the clear objectivization of women, which all you have to do is watch the opening credits of any number of Bond films.
Right. So they said that. So women are objectified, and that's kind of the point of them in a lot of ways. And you're like, well, men want to be Bond. Well, of course he wants. Who doesn't want to be Bond? Even women want to be Bond. I get that. But as we're now, and I don't even know exactly what the Facebook thing is exactly, but because I've had my head in the sand.
What Facebook thing?
The Facebook thing about women and girls and the whistleblower thing. Have you guys been watching that?
Right. I'm scared of Facebook. Facebook frightens me.
Yeah, but you have a lot of engagement. And people love you on Facebook, and you love Facebook. Isn't it?
I think Facebook fucks with us.
I don't know. Somebody's going to go in front of Congress and say so. Anyway,
She did today.
I know. I'm saying she's willing to, and she did. But
And we'll again tomorrow. Yes, you're right.
all right. But my point is about Bond. So it's hard because I want to be like, oh, let's just kick into a Bond movie, and then like 10 minutes into it, I'm like, okay, he's already slept with like 3 girls, and he slapped somebody else in the ass, and not to mention the credits, and I mean, basically calls him Little Darlin, whatever the British version is. And it's just sometimes it's a little hard to get past.
Well, there are a lot of movies that are hard to get past through the lens of today.
Yeah, we're talking about The Searchers. The guy who was in Mueller, one of the hosts, the oldest host on TCM. I guess they did a series called, what do they call it?
TCM has been really good about really re-examining what it means,
Right.
what these movies mean, and how to look at them in the proper context. They do that with Gone with the Wind, which does need to be seen through a lot of different cultural eyes. Because if we're going to understand where we're going to go, we have to understand where we've been, why we were there, and not just act like it didn't happen. Because that didn't do us anything. I'm sorry.
No, you're right.
I'm going to go flip the record again.
No, you're right.
I'm going to put it on a different
That
one.
applies to all kinds of things in life. Anyway, so Bond, he loves it. I get it. I understand. But I'm like, it doesn't mean he's a bad person for loving Bond. I mean, so much of us, many of us, enjoyed the Bond thing.
You like Roger Moore Bond?
I don't like Roger Moore Bond.
Yeah.
I don't like Roger Moore Bond at all. I only saw one of his. Anyway, it's a bit, yes, he'll always be a player, and that's fine. Anyway, it's just, we are re-examining things that we sort of just took as, oh, that's okay, that's just a cultural icon. The Thin Man. Okay, I love The Thin Man. And yeah, Sean's best Bond. Okay, see? Feminist who loves Bond movies. And that's the thing, like, that's totally fine. And I don't even go into it being like, oh, I'm going to get my back up. But there are times when I'm like, okay, I'm having that reaction without meaning to have that reaction. It's just kind of a reaction that comes up. And we don't care for Daniel Craig.
What?
Someone doesn't care for Daniel Craig.
Let's talk about that.
I mean, he brought Bond around for me personally, but
Who doesn't care for Daniel Craig and why? I'd like to understand that. Because for those of us that were fans of the books, Daniel Craig is by far the closest to Ian Fleming's version of Bond, except for maybe, quite frankly, Timothy Dalton.
which I never saw that one.
That too.
Too.
Living Daylights, I think, is a really good movie. Although most people really prefer License to Kill, which interestingly has got a very young Benicio del Toro in it.
Really?
Oh my. What's funny about License to Kill is that the original title for License to Kill was License Revoked, but they changed it because they were afraid too many American audience members wouldn't know what the word revoked meant.
Just think about that in a minute. Let's leave that there for a second.
It's going to lay that down.
Okay, so is it just me, ladies, that I'm just like, and I really don't mean to be this.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's men too. Men flinch. You think that I don't see Goldfinger, which is the blueprint for all modern Bond films, in the first 3 minutes of the movie, Sean Connery just slaps that girl right there on the backside, and we're all supposed to go, ha ha! No, it's like, what makes me go, ouch, is that was ever considered socially acceptable, but it was.
Did you watch them with Zoe?
I've watched several of them with Zoe.
As a little girl, though, when she was younger.
Not when she was super young, no.
Oh, no.
That would have been pretty inappropriate. I showed her inappropriate things, for which there were problems. I let her see Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl, and she went into a complete, became obsessed with Johnny Depp and pirates and Bob. She loved it, but it was way too young for her. And she saw it when she was like 6. That was bad parenting on my part. And I remember when I first showed her Star Wars, the original one. I mean, episode 4. And she couldn't enjoy it because she was worried about Darth Vader. No, I'm worried about him, Daddy. He seems so unhappy. I'm like,
She learned empathy.
she had learned empathy. And it was the very empathy that years later Luke Skywalker would use to save Darth Vader. Although, of course, in
So Mad Men.
that movie, of course, when they pull off his helmet, he looks just like James Beard.
So someone says that Mad Men is offensive, but at Mad Men, was made in a way, like, it appeared offensive, but it started, and it was offensive in a lot of ways, but it also was setting up, I do want to go see the Dune. Not because of Timothée Chalamet, but because I do want to see it. Well, it got really mixed reviews. Somebody panned it, and other people said it was really phenomenal. So
I'm gonna go. I want to go because I know one thing. I need big movies. I crave big, epic spectacle movies, and we haven't had anything in a long time. You did this with dead flowers left over from last week, didn't you?
they're totally dead flowers left over from last week, and they're not.
My wife can do this with dead flowers from last week. She has special powers, which means from now on, you're only going to buy flowers like once a month, right? Because you can do that.
No.
You want to, okay, most,
I don't know what this
Okay.
is. This is a beef thing, I think.
that is a beef thing. I'm going to have a bite of that. It's got a lot of chilies on it, which I like. Dune's a tricky subject. Whatever that is,
I can't.
I want
It's Mongolian beef.
to adopt it as my child. Anybody who's ever read
And
Dune,
show it Pirates
we
of
all
the
have
Caribbean.
what?
And show
And
it
show it
Pirates-
Pirates of the Caribbean when it's too young. I do want to say that my first memory of life is the Bond film Dr. No. My parents had put me in the back seat of the car and gone to the drive-in, and my first memory of life is that tarantula crawling up Sean Connery's chest, but it's not really Sean Connery's chest. I don't know who weaned it out, but there's actually a piece of glass there. You can see the reflection of it, which always, if I'd ever met Sean Connery, I would have said, really, a tarantula? Come on.
Is that what you had once a pet?
I did have tarantulas as pets. They made actually really good pets. I only had one serious mishap with that.
What happened to do with the date?
No,
It was less than
did
impressed.
not have anything to do with the date. It had to do with a red-eye flight from Los
Oh,
Angeles to
that's
Atlanta.
right. the crickets.
So I'm in the 10th grade. And I was young, so I was probably 14. And I'd been visiting relatives in California, and I bought this tarantula, which I had snuck onto the plane in a little aquarium. Well, to feed the crickets, to feed the tarantula, I'd also bought this thing of live crickets. But it's a red-eye flight.
I'm thinking that one through, were you?
I was a kid. You know, I'm I'm a male child, you know, in the 70s wearing a Led Zeppelin shirt. I don't know, about 2 hours into the flight, this lady about 5 rows ahead, jumps up and says something touched her, and everybody's like looking around, and I'm like, oh shit. You know, the tarantula got out, which I had named Harry, by the way. And so I dig down into my bag, it's all in a duffel bag, and I feel around, and he's still in there. And then the crickets start singing all over the Lockheed L-1011 wide-body jet. The cricket container had opened, and about 75 crickets had dispersed throughout the fuselage of the aircraft and were singing to us.
What a lovely romantic flight.
It
was.
It was peaceful. And it was like, it was night chorus, right? It was like that night chorus of crickets.
How did they disperse themselves so uniformly?
I don't have any fucking idea, but they did. They managed to get themselves all up into first class, back to us in steerage.
And you had nothing, no one ever, just a random
I sat
mystery.
there and pretended to sleep
With the crickets.
for the rest of the flight.
Well, you get Georgia boy.
And I was assured
Ooh,
that they knew.
it was you.
And for some reason, the thing I feared most, I knew that there was going to be like an anal cavity search at the end of this.
Would you put up your...
I didn't have anything on my ass, but my head, because I was a teenage boy. So there really wouldn't have been room for anything.
How many crickets would said tarantula have
It was
needed
about
to
70.
eat?
It was about 7 when I brought home about 70, which just wasn't
Like,
smart.
there are no crickets in Georgia?
No, there are plenty of crickets in Georgia. This
Like,
is me.
why did you-
I pre-planned to a stupid level.
Like,
It was
how many
ridiculous.
crickets was this tarantula meant?
Like one a month. I mean, he's like, I'm full, man. I'm just gonna rest over here until I molt, then I'll come back out in a while. And later because I had him for a long time, he was a really good pet. I'd go out in the yard and I'd catch a
good pet.
cricket, and it was a good pet.
Did not play fetch with a tarantula.
I learned
was
all
he
kinds of
good
things about
pet?
tarantulas because you can reach in and you pick them up and they go with their legs. Because if you know how to pick them up right in the right place, they freeze. Like putting a clip on the back of a cat's
They also
neck.
jump.
No, they do not jump.
Yes, they do. I've
they
seen them
don't.
jump.
Are
I
you
watched-
sure you've seen that?
Yeah,
You sure?
from one person to another.
Oh, well, yeah. But I mean, not like jump big
jump
distance.
rope.
Well, they can be like, "Bah, da, 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 da." Yeah, they can do that,
Yeah.
sure.
There's not like agility training for,
Well, they don't jump like that unless somebody freaks them out. They don't just like, thump.
well,
You gotta be like, ah! Thump. And then you go,
Ah!
boom!
yeah,
And then,
back again.
thump. Yeah. The
And
worst
aliens.
thing is when they get nervous,
Nervous tarantula is the worst.
is they take one of their back legs, and they got this big hairy abdomen, and they go like this, and they scratch hairs off of their abdomen, which go into the air and settle onto your skin like fiberglass insulation, and they get into your skin and itch like crazy. That's what they do when they're like really pissed off and neurotic, like Woody Allen tarantulas. Like
Yours never did that. Yours was a totally non-neurotic tarantula.
mine, I had one that was neurotic.
A neurotic tarantula.
Well, if you ever see one that's kind of bald on its abdomen, it's either getting close to molting
I'm not
or
going to
it's
get close
neurotic.
enough to know that if it's bald or not on its abdomen.
So that's out for Christmas?
Unless it's hanging dead on a tree like an ornament. And even then,
Who wants to have a dead tarantula ornament in a tree?
tarantula owners, like
No,
yourself.
we don't want dead ones. We want them alive. Somebody found some really pretty ones with blue legs, like in New Guinea. Beautiful. And
I'll design my next restaurant around it. We'll have a tank of tarantulas. That'll be
they have found that they have a symbiotic relationship with some kind of like little mouse that will live around them that protects them from this particular kind of mite that it eats. And so the tarantula doesn't eat the mouse, and anybody that fucks with the mouse is like, sorry, because this tarantula's like this big. And this mouse is like, hey, meet my friend, motherfucker. And like in the jungle, that shit counts. And the tarantula's like, hey, what'd you say to my friend? Okay. It's true.
Does he have a cane and a little
It's
fur
just like,
coat over
that
his shoulders?
wolves in the wild hunt with wolverines. They like hang out with each other and like do stuff.
We've seen the
They have
video
play
of the
dates.
badger and the coyote.
That's it. That's what I meant. I said wolf and wolverine. What I meant was coyote and badger. That's what I was actually talking about. Yeah. There's that great video. They're going in like a big drain pipe or something.
Yeah.
And like one of them comes out.
The coyote's
and
like
he's like,
bounding
come on,
around
buddy,
like a
let's
puppy.
go. And here comes the
The badger, yeah.
badgers and coyotes. That's what I meant. That's not wolves and wolverines at all.
yourself.
But they could have been
Create
played
yourself.
in the movie
By wolves,
by
a
wolves and
wolverine.
wolverines.
Slightly overdosed. Okay, well, I had a pet mouse.
You
But I
did have a
took-
pet mouse because your father ran a lab.
Well,
where
no. Well, yes, that too. So my pets were
Things that came from test
rats,
labs.
and they were all white with red
Lab
eyes.
animals.
But also,
Can I have this one?
yeah, of course. And Mom, you may remember this. I'm having a hard time remembering where to look. I saved a friend's.
Look there.
What?
This may be one of my favorite episodes of QQ. Said April.
Saved.
Hi, April.
April.
We're gonna eat and talk. Who needs to work?
I saved I had a friend that had a python. Beautiful ball python. And
Do they call them that because they wrap themselves into a ball?
I don't know, someone else told me exactly.
Or are those the ones that are really big in the Everglades?
I don't know, it's beautiful. It had like this kind of iridescent blue and tan and anyone brown. But I went and I was used to him having mice in there, but here was this little brown mouse. I was like, oh no, not the brown mouse. That's too cute. So he took the brown mouse out of the, probably risking life and limb to do so. removed said brown mouse and gave it to me. It was like, yours now. And the thing lived for like 3 years. Totally nocturnal.
So you snatched it
all night with this.
So it really could go all night long.
It could go all night long.
Last time you encountered that?
I will never forget it.
What the fuck
I'll get you a wheel.
Why do you...
I get you a wheel.
Look, Scabs wants more food.
Yeah, Scabs of course wants more food. She really shouldn't have any more.
It's Lord Harkonnen. Scabigail is playing Lord Harkonnen in the new Dune movie. Bring Fayed. Kill them all. All of them. Duke Atreides. Motherfucker, I'm gonna fuck him up. Bring my medtack. Where's my medtack? God damn it, I can't get my hover thing adjusted. Oh shit, bring it. Oh, okay. Oh, Fayed, where's Fayed? I need Fayed. Bring him to me. Bring me the pretty Fayed. He's so pretty. Okay, and then Sting comes out like half naked and shit. Okay, and then it's like shh.
Who played our code in the original?
Mars.
It's David Bautista this time, right?
No.
It's me.
Skarsgård. Elder Skarsgård. Kenneth Mars. Yes, Kenneth Mars playing Lord Harkonnen in the David Lynch version. Somebody look me up. And check me on that. Scabs gonna kill you in your sleep. Listen, Scabs tries to kill me in my sleep every night.
Yeah.
She likes like, here's my foot. My foot's coming closer, and my foot's coming closer. I'm like, pow!
She's a kicker. Octopussy. Oh.
Octopussy. Maud Adams, the only actress to play a Bond girl twice. Sting. No, Sting was Fayed, but I don't remember who played. I'm pretty sure it was Kenneth Mars.
I'm gonna believe
90% sure it was Kenneth Mars.
All right, Scabs. Really, honestly, we've made gluttons of ourselves. I thought we were supposed to be intermittent fasting and not eating.
We are. We haven't eaten in the last 2 minutes. That's an intermittent fast. Yes. Yes, Lord Harkonnen. Arrakis. Spice. Kill them all. It works for me. Shit, it's like 8:10. People are just like hanging with us now because we're at the house. we're not. Oh, sorry.
All right. Well, I
have
so full.
Classic Chinese cuisine burps. There's more food here than I know what we can't. I can't even eat all that egg roll.
We'll take it all to the office.
I'm not comfortable with this.
Okay.
I really want to squeeze it till it spurts all over the camera.
Why is it called? Dave Bautista plays the Beast. Oh, plays the Beast. Thank you.
Beast, yes.
Okay. Kenneth Mars was the constable in the first Young
All right,
Frankenstein.
who played? Please tell me that's true.
was.
Kenneth Mars did play. Kenneth McMillan. Thank you, Kenneth McMillan. Thank you. Kenneth Mars was. Boom. In Young Frankenstein. Thank you very much. If you considered a KitchenAid dishwasher, you know, at this point, I'd just rather hand wash. Now you're hungry for Chinese? We will be in an hour. Right.
Why do people say that? I disagree completely.
I don't know why.
Because
Because I can eat this like once and then like go to bed for 12 days. So there we go. Whoa. Are you doing that? Awesome drone shot videos and historical narratives. No, we're not doing the drone shots anymore because they don't want us to do the drone shots anymore because drones run into things. So we're not doing
Depends
it
on
again.
the pilot,
Have you
I
ever
guess.
watched Lawrence of Arabia on 70 millimeter? I have actually, when it was re-released in 1980, was it 86 or 87? I was living in Chicago
I was in
and saw it
college,
there.
and I saw it.
On 70 millimeter.
In college. I fell asleep. Great nap. Yes.
You fell asleep during Lawrence of Arabia?
You know, there's a lot.
What?
Joe Man.
Aqaba? What? Yes,
the
David,
dogs will be
Kenneth McMillan,
on
David Lynch version. Yeah, thank you.
We don't know Foundation.
By the way, I like the David Lynch version. I mean,
I am a Red
it's
Sox fan.
genius. You
Sorry,
are.
I had to
Sorry,
yell
we're
that
having
out.
two different conversations. I'm talking about liking, the Toto version of. That was ballsy, Toto. in Dune? David Lynch, Toto on the soundtrack.
Yeah,
No?
I got you. I don't really understand.
But let's talk about the Red Sox.
The Yankees. Yeah.
Why don't you like Rush? Who doesn't like Rush? Who said something about it? Did you say something about it?
But
who would know to say that?
I don't know.
Oh, the foundation book. So do I. It's been a
right
while
now.
though. What? Elizabeth naked right now? Well, there you go. Clara wants to see that.
It must be a different.
You're not. She's not wearing pants. Does that count?
No, I'm wearing pants. Dodger fan.
Unwatchable. Okay, so I want to know. Are we unwatchable? Is Dune unwatchable? Shaggy or Scooby?
Scooby. Yeah. I mean, Shaggy's not really. Ravens and Wolves. We watched The Bird the other night. Okay.
We did watch The Birds the other night, and I thought it held up really well right till the
Rush
end.
come? I
know
don't.
somebody's just probably.
We
going
tried
around.
Huber's for Thanksgiving. Thank you. But they're booked like forever out, so we're doing Jake's.
It's very difficult to get reservations in
And we didn't have our schedule completely booked. So Huber's books years and years out, evidently. I did try. So it's Jake's for us.
If
Which would be
what's it
wonderful.
called? Huber's what?
Huber's.
So if you're a fan of ours and you have a Huber's, you know,
Huber's.
Huber's.
The danger about Huber's is these Spanish coffees, which go down way too easily. And there's
Let's talk about this. What's in this Spanish coffee?
everything.
No, I want specifics.
We'll just have to go because we'll be
Google
there
it.
a couple nights.
Google it, please.
What, theirs?
Yeah, I want to know what's in their Spanish coffee.
Well, they may not.
And I just want to say that if any of you out there are real fans of mine, I will trade 20 tickets in Portland to my show for a reservation for 20 at, what's it called? Huber's?
Huber's.
At Huber's. Open, no questions asked. For, is it actually, Thanksgiving. So I just want to say that because my crew is going to mutiny if they don't get a good meal. And I don't want to
Huber's
cook
is not
it.
going to give up their recipe, but we'll go. They'll see if they can let us know.
Oh, they won't, will they?
Well, not
Here's what we
not
do.
online.
Let me tell you how to play this.
I'll show you a
You
video.
call Huber's, and I'm going to gasp
Here's
in
the
the
recipe
background.
right here. Kahlua rum.
Kahlua and rum. I like where this is going.
Spanish coffees are all the same. I'll show you.
No, they're
what they
not
do.
all the
It's pretty
same.
good.
Everybody's just
So this
different.
here's a YouTube video on it. What they do. Anyway, it's quite the show. But no, we tried. They're booked, and
So we should crash Huber's on Thanksgiving.
we could do that afterwards. Yeah.
Like we want
It's walkable.
50. We want 50 Spanish coffees. Stat. If you want to know the secret, though, I'll tell you how to do this.
What? A what?
You call them, and you have your accomplice in the background gasping. You're like, "Listen, we just finished our meal there, and we had Spanish coffees, and my friend's going into anaphylactic shock. What's in that? The doctor wants to know." Or if you want to play the doctor, you're like, "This is."
Yeah, and they're gonna say fill the glass. So it's rum, nutmeg, triple sec,
Nutmeg?
lime juice. Oh, so it's actually not everything. It just seems like it's everything. I don't know. They're dangerous. All I know is
Where's
dangerous,
my nutmeg?
dangerous. I don't know where the nutmeg is.
What the heck? Oh,
Okay, how long has it been? Oh my goodness.
I almost
Oh no,
misplaced my
68
nutmeg.
minutes. Do you often put your favorite things in some bin that you don't even know? Smells good though. So yeah, so
You
that's
know what I've
happening.
named that bin? Has.
That's clever. So for the tour, you're not doing well. When are we gonna talk about the non-roadies?
I don't know what we're doing about road eats. I know that we're going to do QQ from the road, but we don't know exactly when because we can't do it
Monday.
during the regular
We
time.
said Monday,
So we'll
and
do
they
it.
all
We're going to
agreed.
go to Mondays.
but then there's this other because really a huge part of the fun that you've had on past tours is experiencing local food. And we talked about bowling.
That
Well, you can
wasn't
see-
always fun.
They'll let us know if we can even do the bowling. We're still waiting to get the COVID policy.
We have a COVID officer who could
So-
turn out to not be any fun at all.
So
You will
we-
get back on your bus. You will come out of the bus when the show begins. You may come out 5 minutes before, not more.
Don't
Get on your bus!
Don't get in trouble.
I'm just saying.
Anyway, right. So we may.
They can be very strict. Strict.
But, so in lieu of being able to actually go out into the environs, we may have the environs come to us. Possibly. Maybe. Mom. He's Mom's. I know. I'm lost. I'm sorry, I am not cluing in. So I'm feeling a little daft. It's the Chinese food, it makes me stupid. I guess. First being like, oh! He's writing me a note. Jinx. Oh, I don't know this part. I said jinx. So now you can't say anything? Now he can't talk with you. So I can't talk until if I wish I could read your writing. I can't read that word. Until I leave. Release. Release you. Jinx, release.
Oh my God! You call jinx without knowing what jinx does? Jinx stops the person from speaking. Where did you go to school? What do you just think? Did you say jinx and everybody goes, oh, and go, no, jinx shuts up the other person.
Until, how do I release you?
Well, I don't even remember. Can somebody please look it up and tell me how to? No, I'm not going to tell you how to make fucking carrot cake.
Alton. They're saying their name. Say Alton. Alton.
Okay, I'm released. But I mean, I honored the jinx.
You absolutely
You didn't even know about it. I thought you said you went to like good schools. What did you think that the jinx meant? Oh, let's do talk about what William Buckley said last night on Firing Line. Oh yes. Really? Is that how it was up in the Windsor School in Boston there?
Buckley is a conservative, so no, that wouldn't.
Okay, I was like, what do you guys think of Abby Hoffman? I don't know what. You don't know how jinx works. I don't know. Guys,
reconsider things
help me.
entirely?
No, I'm not reconsidering anything. I'm crazy about you.
Well, I did jinx you.
Keyword's crazy though.
I was still going on about possibilities.
Possibly. Jinx, welcome back to the show. So, Elizabeth is released from her jinx. See, I just know how it works.
Thank you.
Do you want some more wine?
I'm gonna pour a little more wine.
It's 8:21. How about we go to 8:30? Maybe they'll follow us to 8:30. I don't know. There's
But we
probably
were
like 5
talking
people
about
still.
okay.
You never finished your bond conversation.
I don't think they're really interested. I think they were like, which is fine. I get it. I just didn't know if that's they ever like.
I wanted to name a son Austin and a daughter DB4. Let's see, Austin Martin.
I get it.
I should name her Austin. Name the boy Martin and the dog DB4. Or DB5. It depends on how you want to roll. It's perfectly fine.
So, because somebody was asking about tour and road eats or whatever, and so
we may not do road eats. We can't go out.
I know, that's the point.
COVID
So we
officer
can't
makes
go
it
out.
back on the bus. You get your fucking ass back on the bus.
So, but we may have devised another way to have you guys bring us food, which
We may
because
have.
you mostly enjoyed experiencing local cuisine.
Sometimes there are a few towns where it's like, this is what we're famous for, and you eat it, and you're like, oh, gotta go. So we're making like a lemonade stand, like Lucy Van Pelt's psychiatry stand, so that people can bring us food to a particular address, and then we'll reach in with a grabber but we're only going to have $200 a day to buy food from people in the locale. And then we'll take it and consume it and talk about it. That way we can be COVID safe for our COVID officer and still get food.
There's a lot of Detroit conversation here. It's like everyone
Detroit
from
is
Detroit
freaking
you guys
fantastic,
having a
but we're not
watch
playing
party?
there. We're not playing there till next year.
Yeah. So, and by then, things will be just back to totally normal fine. So, Detroit.
Detroit, wonderful town.
People love Detroit.
I love Detroit.
Toledo, which is basically Detroit, yeah. Detroit is so 2022. Yeah, see, it's coming up. Pork brain sandwich.
Pork brains? You want that in Evansville, Indiana. There used to be really great, of course, fried brain sandwiches before mad cow disease was always cow. But now you can't have cow brain anymore, so they use pig brains.
Yeah.
Talk to any of the old timers around that part of Indiana, and they'll tell you that that brain sandwiches used to be really good back when you could still have cow brain.
What we do in the shadows. That was funny. Are you enjoying this season as much?
My problem with this season of What We Do in the Shadows is they're ignoring the fact that they're actually vampires. One of the funny things about the other seasons where it was like they did occasionally eat some people.
Well, they still
And I like that. Now it's all just about how Guillermo fucks with the vampires. So what I'm hoping is that at the end of the season, I'm hoping that Nandor eats Guillermo. Because I'm a little sick of Guillermo's shit, quite frankly. If I was the vampire, I thought maybe, now that the Baron is back,
The Baron
you guys are
is
watching, the Baron is back. I think the Baron
the
should
sire.
eat. Yeah, the sire's kind of boring, but the Baron's cool. I like the Baron. Remember when the Baron ate the pizza and vomited so hard that he flew around and hit the buildings? And he said, totally worth it. That's the guy I want to party with. But he needs to eat Guillermo because Guillermo's running the show now, and he's just kind of a...
And then there's a new relationship between Colin Robinson.
Well,
Laszlo.
now that
And
that Nando and Lando's a completely different. And oh my God, I can't think of her name.
Nadja.
And Nadja are on the council, running the council together. That's left Laszlo and Colin Robinson to roam about. What I need is another Jackie Daytona romp. That's the best episode of all time.
See, most of the stuff So most of the cities on tour you've been to.
I've been to every city in America.
There are no new cities on tour that you're aware of.
Yeah, there might be. But I haven't looked at it that way. I'm too busy actually. What?
Yeah, the Nadia doll. It's kind of funny. It's not even as much. Gluten-free fried chicken. I like Cincinnati.
We do. My new book has gluten-free fried chicken in it, and
Cincinnati
it's better.
has some, according to somebody here.
Better than my other chicken. I love Cincinnati.
Many Saints of Newark? ?
So is Many Saints of Newark even going to be okay if you weren't a huge Sopranos fan? Because I'm over mob fiction. I'm over the talk. I'm over the violence. I am not a Goodfellas fan at all.
The dogs will not be in the show, but they will be on the bus with us.
We will do videos with
We
them.
may do.
We're not going to traumatize them.
No, she's actually very shy.
Although,
on camera.
Lord Harkonnen.
She's very shy on camera, actually.
Lord Harkonnen.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for. So the next time you see us,
We will be on the road. We load up on Friday. We'll be in Minneapolis Sunday morning.
so the first show is Wednesday. So I'm guessing that maybe Monday night we'll start QQ next. We'll switch over
And
to
I
Monday.
will be twitchy and all messed up because I'll be a nervous wreck working out the show and trying to make sure that the people that come to the show in Minneapolis don't get a hot dumpster fire of a show. Here's the thing, guys. You typically don't ever want to be in the city where the show launches because people bump into walls and things get messed up. But then you also sometimes see things that just, aren't going to be seen. So we'll see.
The Windsor School in Boston. Somebody's saying Winter. It's Windsor.
Windsor. Oh my. Jinx.
Okay. All right. Well, obviously, we'll see you guys on the road, I guess.
The next time you see us, we'll be on our tour bus. We will do a special show showing off all of our bus features. Our bus has been customized with some very special appliances to facilitate the show. And Elizabeth,
Is that going to give away anything?
no, because we're not going to show them what's in it.
Okay.
Elizabeth, the designer, has taken it upon herself to
I bought
completely
some bedding.
home make the bus.
I bought some bedding.
And the dogs will be there, and maybe we'll get our driver John on the show because he cusses more than me by a long shot.
Maybe he could sing. Is he going to sing a song? I bet he could sing. I bet he's one of those guys, like in Love Actually, where the limo driver like breaks into Good King Wenceslas, and it's like
Good King Wenceslas. That's a completely different song than what these people probably know. Good King Wenceslas had a whip. And that was
I
that.
bet you John sings. He's got the
He's
lungs.
got. Anyway, so maybe we'll do a live show from like moving on the road. Maybe we'll do a special edition.
Well, Mondays were always.
We could do one like we could do a short show. Supposedly our bus has like
that's true.
state of the art rolling internet.
So we need to talk about
maybe,
that. So basically, we're going to do QQ on Monday nights,
unless we do a special edition on Saturday night from the road,
but
or from like a
they're
pilot
not. But
truck
they're not
center.
mutually exclusive. I mean, we're going to be doing we'll be doing little videos here and there.
Wait, we're not
Document.
mutually exclusive? Wait, what
I'll
does that
just
mean?
Tell you. No, if we do Monday, it doesn't mean we won't do other videos. You said unless we. Anyway, we will be doing Monday night QQ and other additional.
Listen, I think he's really pissed off about that. That whole, usually don't talk. That's my dead arm. Stop it. God damn it. Listen, I've got an arm that's dead and an eye that's blue. What is this? What? Shit, that's good. Oh, I dropped it. I'm a puppet. I don't have a throat. Listen, that whole not exclusive thing, I don't know that he took that so well. He's over there crying like a baby. So maybe he should get the hell off of this fucking YouTube thing, because these people, and go over there and make him feel better with, well, you know how to make him feel better. I mean, okay. Okay, bye.
Why don't you do the goodnight songs?
Good night. Fuck off. Okay, so that probably wasn't funny. How do I turn this off? I don't have hands. Listen, can you just see that X? Press that X. It's right there. See that? Press that.
Go socks. Go socks.
What? Go sucks. What?